Hello guys, so today I'll present you the new terrarium that I made for my pair of Pristurus Carteri that I already presented you on my channel. They were previously in a terrarium of 60 cm long, 45 high and 40 cm deep. And in this new build, the terrarium is basically is much bigger, almost like the double in size. It is 1 meter long, 50 centimeter deep, and 45 centimeter high. So it's, I think, in feet a bit more than 3 feet long and a bit more than 1.5 feet deep and 1.5 feet high, more or less. So I'm starting this terrarium with a base layer of basically what like the soil, some potting soil for tropical plants. Why I'm doing that, it's honestly not for like any kind of nutritive reason for the plant, because this terrarium is gonna hold barely any plants. It's mostly so I don't have to spend as much Exoterra desert substrate, because the substrate is quite expensive and I have only 20 kilo of it, and it's a big terrarium, so I want to have enough for the whole build. You see what I'm doing right now is that basically I'm measuring the distance of the center wood piece according to like each side of the terrarium, because I want it to be perfectly centered. And also, yes, this wood piece, I'm absolutely fan of this wood piece. I got it in an aquarium shop in Paris. At the beginning I wanted to have something maybe a bit more discreet and more natural, but when I saw this I was like, well, I need to get it, because also like with my build it's not only about like making it natural, I'm also trying to have each of my terrarium be like some kind of little piece of art, and having such a beautiful piece of food in my terrarium is like having like a living art frame. So I'm very happy with this piece of food. Then I added some rocks around this piece of food to complement it. Those rocks are, if I remember well, elephant skin rock. I think they are also named Serious Stone. And yes, what you can see me doing is basically I'm trying to repart the sand, the like desert substrate from Exoterra on the like I'm trying to like layer it perfectly so it's completely flat. Also something that I noticed later, like now you can see that I am putting the front doors. Something that I noticed during this build, I mean later when I finish the build, is that I should have had some kind of like a barrier in front, because the rail of the two doors is like there is no barrier between the substrate and the rails, so all the time when the lizard like pass in front of the door, they put some sand inside of the rail of the door, and it's so annoying. And here you can see I got Hadid Kashmir out of his terrarium. I'm trying to like show it to you properly, but sadly there is not enough light. And here he is in his new house, and you can see that he is pretty small in comparison to his house. Here you can see him more properly. And mind you guys that some people keep bearded dragon in similar size setup. And here is Delphi, so tiny, even worse than Hadid Kashmir in comparison to the terrarium. The same, I'm trying to like find a spot where you could see her, but there is not that much light, I'm sorry. And here I'm trying to put her inside the terrarium, but as always, releasing her in a new terrarium is always a bit tricky, I don't know why. She's not very cooperative since the first day. And here she is. Tiny and a bit afraid, but in her new house. And I will let you guys watch hair and a bit Khaled Kashmiri in their environment.